But a month and a half ago, Martin Ashton fell in a competition in Europe and broke his back, and the doctors are saying he'll never walk again. Martin and I, we have a lot in common. We were both told that we never walk again. 10 years ago, I was in a skydiving accident that left me paralyzed. My doctors told me, "You're never going to walk again." It sounded a lot more like a challenge than them describing my future. It was a hard time of my life. I know what it feels like to sit in a hospital bed and not know if the steps I took that morning were the last steps I'd ever take. It's a horrible feeling, but I wouldn't trade my past for anything. Skydiving is such an amazing sport. It's like a 60-second orgasm inside a tornado. I was turned on by the danger. I loved flirting with that feeling of being extremely uncomfortable. But I broke my back. I shattered it on my 33rd jump. I hit the ground hard. It wasn't really painful, but I was stuck under a barbed wire fence and I couldn't move. My legs, they felt encased in concrete, and my right foot was kind of twitching uncontrollably. This might sound really, really bad, but it was actually peaceful. I think sometimes things are a lot easier when you don't have a choice. I remember the night before my surgery, my doctor came into my hospital room and he put his hand on my knee. I told him I could feel it, and he didn't believe me. He took about 15 minutes to poke me with needles and finally decided to change the surgery that morning that would have left me in a wheelchair for life, with another surgery a week later, where they took out my insides and put them on the table next to me and replaced my entire vertebrae with metal. It was crazy, and it lasted 18 hours. But I survived, and I'm walking, and it's 10 years later. But it's been a hard road. It's taken a lot of work. Some amazing things happened. Things like putting on my own socks became a larger accomplishment than running a marathon. And I thought that was amazing. The first thing I did when I got out of the hospital was take my wheelchair and jump off a bridge. Now, I didn't do that, but people always ask me, would you do it again? And the answer is no, I would never do it again. But I started dirt biking because I really like danger. It's fun. I found myself breaking a lot of bones and spending a lot of time in the ER. I knew it was a bad sign when I'd wait until 1 in the morning because I knew the line was going to be a lot shorter. What was I doing with my life? I remember being at Craig Hospital in Denver. It's where you go to learn how to live sitting down for the rest of your life because you're never supposed to stand. And there was a room there where the guys on ventilators lived. And all they wanted to do was breathe, just take a breath on their own. And they couldn't. And the guys that could breathe but couldn't use their arms, the quadriplegics, they just wanted to use their arms. And those of us that could use our arms, the paraplegics, we were the lucky ones. But all we wanted to do was stand. And when you can stand, all you want to do is walk. And when you walk, you want to run. And when you run to run faster and you want to win the race. And I think this applies to a lot of things in our life. So where does all this stop? It stopped when it became a lot less about me and turned into being about we. Seeing the recent destruction in Boulder, it changed me. I had the chance to meet amazing people. I met this amazing woman who literally bloodied her fingertips to the bone while digging her husband out of a landslide that trapped him in his own bed. I met a man that was swept into a raging river and rescued by his dog after he jumped off a fallen tree onto the shore. Being around these people was inspiring. I was working hard, and I was feeling like I was earning karma instead of dollars in my life. Seeing the destruction around me and seeing the community bond, it reminded me of my last 10 years. It reminded me that I'm exactly the person I am because of my accident and because of what I've been through. That this crutch isn't really what's been keeping me up. That's really been the support of my friends and my family, and I'm so fortunate to have them in my life. But what is it that makes us pursue this dangerous edge that bites back really hard? My feelings for slaying dragons and hunting dinosaurs, it's still in me. I love that about me. But I can't run up mountains. I can't dodge bullets anymore. For now. When my doctors told me I couldn't walk again, I didn't listen to them. What I did do was learn how to say no to no, and yes to living my own life on my own terms.